For our third house, we've come a few miles north, near the rural town of Karjat.
We've been given the keys to a weekend house designed as a highly discreet addition into a scene of bucolic natural beauty. It's been built by 2 award-winning architects, but it's so well hidden we don't know exactly where it is.
It's a sign of something, look.
There's something strange about finding this perfect pocket handkerchief size of manicured lawn.
It's about the only clue I can see that there is a building underneath us. Riparian is nestled into the bank of the Patalganga River.
The building is half buried in the earth, rising out of the landscape.
With its camouflaged turf roof, this house shuns the limelight, but immerses its occupants in a rural paradise, creating the most tranquil family hideaway. It's a terrific bit of land, isn't it?
This house is a piece of landscape, and what I'm enjoying so far is that the house is indistinguishable from landscape, and I love that about it.
Earth-sheltered houses are rare in India, but they're the perfect way to make a house blend into its surroundings. The turf roof makes it invisible from the east, while keeping out the heat and providing an extra outdoor platform to admire the view.
And Riparian makes the most of its riverside location. A courtyard hewn out of the bedrock leads to the kitchen, which is flanked by a guest bedroom, staff areas, and a child's bedroom. On the front of the house, facing the river, is the main bedroom and the dining room, which open out onto an expansive teak veranda.
This intriguing entrance into a house really brings out my inner badger, because it's like a sort of route into a badger's set. Let me go and find out what this particular badger's house is like. In fact, it's light and colourful, with a cooling breeze running all the way through. You'd never guess it was part of the riverbank.
This house straddles the line between being a piece of ground, a piece of landscape, something embedded in the earth, but also, at the same time, a lightweight building, almost in the manner of a tea plantation house that sits single-storey above the ground with deep rooms shaded by a veranda and screens. And refreshingly for a modern house, it's really down to earth. It's sweet, it's like a little cottage inside, both in the scale of the space, but also the familiarity of the stuff. Usually, in modern architecture, everything gets reinvented.
But it's the little touches that make it gorgeous. This is the master bedroom. And look at these fantastic windows. They're krital windows, they're metal, steel windows. It's very unusual. I've not seen these before in India. They're stunning, but what I really, really, really love are these. These are fly screens, but they're not the usual sort of nylon fly screens, which are pretty grim, actually, and you see them everywhere. These are made out of mesh, metal mesh. Imagine lying in this huge bed and being able to look out over this glorious river. It all seems so effortless, but I have a feeling that creating this oasis of tranquility wasn't quite as simple as it looks. The architects, Robert Verright and Shefali Balwani, have agreed to talk me through it. Welcome to my lovely house.
Hi, Caroline.
Caroline.
Shefali.
Lovely
Hi.
to meet you, Shefali.
Lovely to meet you too.
Hi, I'm Robert.
Hello, Robert. Fantastic to meet you. The owners presumably chose this spot because of its access to the river. Is that important for them, the access to the countryside?
Yeah, it's very unusual to have a house this close to the river. I think in most parts of India you are usually quite far away. They did want to swim in the river and kayak, and they do all of that.
The architects have created an homage to the traditional tea plantation house, reinterpreted for this context and the 21st century. And I love that they've refused to build in such a way that dominates the landscape. And Riparian acts as a vessel in some ways where you can experience this landscape.